Like food is a huge thing in your life. And there's something that I really want to touch on that all of us understand, but maybe not quite to the level that you understand it. And that's this idea of salt. Salt, it's a very important thing to a lot of people, but we don't really think about it. We just think about salt, like you throw it in food and salt is it makes things better.
But when I add it to a food, it doesn't make it salty. It makes it more itself. It's amazing how, like, you have a steak, for say, and you take that steak and you've spent all this time, you've cooked it just to the perfect temperature for doneness that you love, and then you take a bite of that, and it's like, oh, this is really good. But you add a little bit of salt to that, and then you take a bite, and it's like opens up everything. It's not saltier, but it's more steak. It's very much an enhancer, a magnifier, an amplifier. And I think, if we talk about it from our personal lives, it's like, if I'm being salt to somebody, you talk about salt and light, and it's like, I want to be salt to somebody, how am I adding value to them? How am I being a plus in their life? So I was like, I want to be a plus in their lives, but I don't need to be too much of a plus in their lives. It's another function of salt is a preservative. Historically, through the eons, salt was used to preserve food. So for eons, salt was used to preserve food. And in our own lives, salt is a preservative as well. It allows us to, if I'm being salty, it's like, how can I bolster them up? How can I help prolong them? If I'm being a preservative, am I encouraging them and am I bolstering them up?